Hey, scrappy people, it's Tracy Reed here today, and I am coming at you with my first spread in my 2016 December Daily Catch-Up album. And as you can see, these are photos of us decorating the Christmas tree, which we actually do on the day after Thanksgiving, but I always include it in my December Daily because it's a big part of our Christmas traditions. So because I already have all of my cards laid out and ready to go, I am just adhering everything down because it's already ready already. And if you missed that previous video where I laid out all my cards and planned my album, go ahead and check the playlist. It's the very first video in the playlist, and you will learn how I am setting up this album for success so that I can go back and scrap it and finish it. So I'm just pulling out all of the die cuts and all of the embellishments from the Cocoa Daisy November kits, and that is what I'm going to be using for this entire album. So I'm just pulling everything out that I have available so that I can see what I'm working with and embellish this spread. So the whole point of this series and the way that I'm doing this album is I did all of the heavy lifting all at once in the beginning, and now I'm just going through and I am trying to quickly scrapbook these pages and get them done. This particular Christmas, I didn't take a lot of photos. I was kind of in a funk because of a lot of personal and world circumstances. So I didn't scrapbook it last year, and when I was going back through this year and looking at all the photos, I decided that even though they weren't the best photos and I didn't have a lot of stories to tell, the stories that I did have to tell were really important, and I needed to do that. So I'm just going to take a week and tell the stories and scrapbook the photos that I do have. So I have a bunch of circles that I cut out. Well, they were cut out of a cut file that I used and is available on my blog. It's from the previous video. So I had a bunch of circles, and I'm just cutting them to be a little bit smaller, just 2 of them, and I'm going to create some hanging Christmas ornaments to go in this empty space right here on this photo. Just a little bit of extra decoration. I'm trying to keep this album sort of simple, but I don't want it to be boring. So I'm just cutting out some circles, and then I'm going to hand cut some ornament toppers for these Christmas ornaments I'm making. Just kind of haphazard. I'm not going to stress out too much about them, measuring the size with a die cut. So I'm going to pull out the white cardstock that's included in the kit, and I'm just hand cutting the toppers. I initially was going to use some twine and hang these, but the area between the top of the card and the top of the ornament was too small, so I'm just going to leave them the way that they are. And I'll put a sticker or something over them after I'm done cutting these out. So this spread took me about a half an hour, probably less. Because I have already done all the foundation work, and that's really helpful. I don't normally do foundation pages in December Daily. I normally fly by the seat of my pants and go with go with my product and decide what I want to do on the day of. But for this, I did a foundation set of pages because I wanted it to go quickly and easily, and I had all my photos done already anyway. So now I'm just putting a sticker over this set of Christmas ornaments. I think it says embrace the mess or embrace the chaos, which it is always chaotic when we decorate the tree, so I thought that that was perfect. And I'm going to pull out a die cut. Looking at the sticker sheet, now I'm going to pull out a die cut, and I'm going to write a little caption about this skull ornament that we bought last year for the Christmas tree, and how we thought it was super cool, and it matched the other ornaments that we were buying for the tree, so we just had to have it. Because who doesn't have a skull on their Christmas tree, right? Add another sticker to it. And I had this cutout piece from the cut files. I'm just going to layer it under the tree and over the photo, just as a little bit more visual interest. Now I'm going to add a title to this card, and I'm going to add tree time because I didn't want to use up too many letters, I think. And I thought that that was perfect. I was initially going to put, oh, Christmas tree, but it was too many letters. And tree time fits perfectly here anyway. I like how the dot for the eye is sticking to the eye on the sticker sheet. It makes it a lot easier. I'm going to write my journaling out on this card. And this one is almost done. I'm going to add some jewels and some of those yellow puffy stars, which worked out well because Finn was wearing yellow to decorate the tree, so I can pull in some of these yellow puffy stars and it'll work out nicely. Just going to add a couple to, I think, every card, or at least close to every card, to pull that yellow all the way around the spread. If I can decide where I want them to be. I added one as the tree topper, covered the die cut with it. And now some of these pretty gems. I like that they're smaller than enamel dots. It kind of leaves a glittery effect instead of an enamel dot effect when you use them, which is really cool. Trying to decide where to put these last ones. As you can tell, I didn't speed this video up too much because it was so short. That's how little time it took, which was really cool. I keep trying to incorporate that Christmas tree die cut flag from the cut files from the kit, but it doesn't work out so well. So I think I'm just about done with this spread. And I'm going to put everything away, but then I decide to go back and work on the title page, because I normally work on the title page last and sort of like sum up the year and the album, but since this was the past, I felt like I could do that in the beginning. So I'm going to pull the title page out, and it comes with this, or I made this really cute die cut December 2016. So I'm just going to lay that out to make sure that it's looking good. And I initially was going to do more to this title page than I did, but I decided to add my journaling, and when I was done with my journaling, I decided that let's keep it simple, and I'm going to leave it the way that it is. In fact, I even took that Gather Together acrylic piece off because I had so much journaling, and I'm just going to leave it nice and flat in the way that it is, because I think that Bah Humbug up there in the top right corner really just says everything that I'm thinking, and I don't need to add more. But I do decide to add that Gather Together to this card because I felt like the bottom of the photo was missing something. So that ended up being perfect, and I just staple it on, even though it's kind of wonky and hard to do. And now it is perfect. Maybe I need to push down the back of the staple a little bit more. Yay! So here are the close-ups. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section. And if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I give out lots of inspiration on the daily. Thank you!